Why is it okay for men to be tough on one another, but it's not okay for women? Like, men can tell each other, like, hey dude, you're fat, get in the gym. You want girls to like you? Build some muscle. You know, you don't want to be a loser anymore? Get a job. But women can't say the same. Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Whitney Holcomb and I am author of the book, 1 Year, 100 Pounds. For those of you who are new here, I lost 100 pounds on my own when I was 14 years old, and I've kept it off for over 20 years. My channel and my book is about tough love. It's about the mindset that I had to adopt to lose weight at 14 and change my life. I am not part of the fat acceptance or health at every size movement because it's just factually not true. It's just not my vibe. Like, I never vibed with the, you know, love yourself all the time and be kind to yourself all the time and gentle to yourself all the time, because it just didn't work for me. I knew that for me to be successful in weight loss, or really just anything in life, I had to be tough on myself. And I looked for outside voices and outside mentors that mirrored that, because I needed a kick in the butt. I needed someone to yell at me and tell me to get up off my butt and do something about it, because otherwise I just wasn't gonna do it. So that is kind of what today's video is about. And really just wanting to question the idea that, you know, can women or most women handle tough love? I feel like tough love for women is almost like synonymous with like you being mean or you body shaming someone. I feel like the rhetoric we are fed now is that, oh, we have to be kind and supportive all the time. And I mean, just say things that are just not even true. Say things that may actually be hurting someone. Like, if someone is like 300 pounds, we're supposed to congratulate them, tell them they look beautiful and healthy, when we know that they don't. And these people, like, I mean, a lot of these people in the fat acceptance movement, they're dying because they made themselves so fat, they had complications, and now they're dead. So where does all this body positivity end? I mean, look, I understand, right? I understand that it can be difficult, I guess, giving tough love to women. I understand it is a little more sensitive because I know we have been judged far harshly for our bodies, for what we look like, far more than men ever have. A lot of this judgment comes from women, though, I will point out. Men too, but whatever, it's a different subject. Like, I understand there are unrealistic expectations for women. I understand all that. And I'm not talking about being perfect. And again, I guess I have to say it, disclaimer, this is not me. This video is not meant to infer that all women need to be perfect looking. They need to look like Barbie dolls, and everyone needs to develop an ED to get there. And, you know, being skinny is the only thing that matters in life. No, I have to say that because I know there are going to be some people who in the comments are going to say that that's exactly what I'm promoting, and I'm not. But exactly, this is kind of the whole gist of this video, is like, that's my point. It's like, you can't even like be firm or instill discipline in yourself or tell other people, other women, to be disciplined without someone being like, oh, you're just a hater and, you know, you're toxic and you're telling women they all have to, you know, lose weight to be perfect. No, that's not what I'm saying. I think that it is perfectly reasonable to want to better yourself, to want to lose some weight, to be healthier, to look better, even if it's looks is the only thing you're going for. That's totally fine too. I think that all these things are reasonable and can be done in a healthy way. I don't think that you wanting to lose a little bit of like vanity weight means that you want to have an ED or that you will even get that far. But I think as women, I don't think that there is a lot of tough love like motivators or coaches that are other women, right? That are kind of saying the same things that I'm saying right now, that are saying a lot of like things that a lot of other men are saying to each other. Like, I don't know if you guys know of like David Goggins, like, he's really intense, but I do love him. I love his approach to everything. I mean, if you ever need to like motivation to get up and get off the couch and go for a run, or watch one of his videos, because he tells it like it is. I think that as women now, I think that the body positivity movement, you know, started with great intentions, but I think it has gone so far to the left or so far to one side that it's almost like it's just telling us like, oh, it's okay to just be subpar. It's okay to just, you know, be fat. It's okay to not like yourself, except you have to pretend that you do like yourself. And if you say that you don't like yourself, then you're toxic. Kind of what I talked about in a previous video. If you guys want to check it out, you should. The video is titled, you know, why is it toxic, or why isn't it okay for women to want to be skinny? It's like that quote in the Barbie movie that I know we all know, you know, where America Ferrera was like, oh, you know, we can't even, you know, we all have to be skinny, but we can't say we want to be skinny. We have to say we want to be healthy. In like reality, like, I think a lot of us want to be skinny. A lot of us do want to fit into the beauty standard. A lot of us don't want to be fat. It just is what it is. And I think there's nothing wrong with that. I think there is nothing wrong with wanting to improve your appearance, whether it's doing your hair and makeup, whether it's, you know, getting surgery, whether it's losing weight. I think you should do what you want to do. It's also okay if you don't want to do those things. Like that's totally fine too. If you are perfectly happy with yourself, how you look and everything in life, then that's great. I think that this video and my content in general is for people that are not happy with themselves. And no, it's not about being too hard on yourself. It's just like sometimes you just know you could be better. And I think a lot of us feel that way. Like I definitely know I have that voice. I have that voice inside my head that like, I know I can be better because I have big dreams. I have a lot of things I want to do. And that requires a very disciplined, productive person. So while I want to be this person, I also have another side of me that was very evident by my past being, you know, overweight as a teen, that doesn't want to be productive. It doesn't want to do anything. It's very much like an all or nothing kind of personality. I could almost go either way sometimes. Like I could be like a complete degenerate who like does nothing and like just drinks wine and eats croissants all day, which is why I need that kick in the teeth, right? I need tough love to get me up and moving because at my core, I really don't want to be that person. It's very easy for me to be that person. I love wine. I love croissants. I could sit on the couch all day watching my favorite shows, my movies. I could read books. I would love that. But the reality is you don't get very far in life doing that, do you? And the reality is, while I may like doing those things, I also know that it's going to lead to me being in a body and an appearance that I don't like. So that's why for me, I need that person to tell me to get up off my fat ass and do something about my life. That's what works for me. And if that is what works for you, then that's what I'm here for. Like I can speak from personal experience right now that I am coming out of a period in my life, basically all my 20s, where I was that person. I did not get a lot accomplished in my 20s. I was, you know, anywhere from 145 to 160 pounds, which at 5'8" for my height, no, it's not like unhealthily overweight, but it's also just not where I wanted to be. I didn't like how I looked, and I also was not healthy. Like I had to live an unhealthy lifestyle to not only get to that weight, but to maintain it. So if you've watched any of my other videos, you know I've kind of been on a weight loss journey really since like the end of like 2021, and even up until now. I've gone down about like 30 pounds since then, and I have, you know, a little more weight to go before I reach my goal weight, which I will be doing a video for you guys in the near future, so, you know, stay tuned for that. But honestly, I feel better than ever now. I mean, I feel like I look better. I feel like my motivation, my confidence, my discipline is back, where when I was at the, you know, 145, 160, I just wasn't feeling that way. And for me, I mean, my weight and the way I looked is very much tied to how healthy I am and to how other things are going in my life. So no, I'm not trying to say that everything, you know, is about how you look, but for me, it kind of was. It just kind of was. I just know that like I cannot be my most confident self unless I look the way I want to look and I feel my best. And then when I am my most confident self, that's when things happen for me. That's when I'm more productive. That's when I'm more motivated. That's when I, you know, see more synchronicities in my life and things happen. But for me to finally get up off my butt and do something about it, to start losing the weight, to start being more productive, it was not the body positivity movement telling me to love myself how I am and, you know, think about all the things my body does for me and, you know, how I should love everything, my loose skin and my stretch marks and how I should embrace my curves and blah, blah, blah. That's great if that works for you. It didn't work for me. It just didn't work for me. And no, it's not saying that like I hate my body and that, you know, or that you should hate your body, but you also don't have to love it. And honestly, like that's just kind of where I'm at now. Like, I have a video where I showed you guys my loose skin and my stretch marks, and I was very open about it. I don't love them. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, they're my tiger stripes and I'm proud. It shows what I've been through. No, I freaking hate them. I wish they were gone, right? At the same time, I learned to accept them in a way. And you know, look, that is what you have to do in life. You have to be willing to accept the things you cannot change, or work and change the things that you can if you're not happy with them. I really think that that is key. I think for you is accepting the things you can't change, and then look, if there is something you know you can change and you want to do it, then do it. Like, again, it's not about perfection, it's about being better. And that is what I am striving for now. I know my loose skin and stretch marks will probably never go away, but that's not what my goal is. My goal is just to look better in clothes, get to like my goal weight, be super fit, be super healthy, be more productive. But I never would have gotten to that mindset if I had continued listening to the rhetoric like, oh, just be kind on yourself, and and just buy bigger clothing if you can't fit into the clothes you want. Like, no, that's just not me. Again, if I know I can change it, then I'm gonna change it. And I can't tell you like how many people, like friends, people I know, would try to say those same things to me when I was, heavier. And again, I know they did it from, from a kind place of trying to be kind. Which I think we all do, right, to our friends. Like when a friend asks you like, oh, do I look fat? No, of course you don't look fat. You just have more curves now when you're just learning to embrace your body. When in reality, I mean, hey, if you feel fat, you probably are fat. And if you want to change it, there's nothing wrong with that. Change it. It's all it comes down to. But we as women are almost in a weird way. It's like, okay, we're shamed for being fat, but now in this world, in this day and age, it's almost like we're shamed for not liking our body, or like we're shamed for wanting to be thinner. We're shamed for wanting to look prettier. It's like we're just supposed to, like, I guess, rebel against all beauty standards, but at the same time fit into them. I mean, do you feel that way where it's like, I mean, again, I've talked about it before, but it's like when you see people, especially people who like maybe were like me, they were not like super fat, but maybe they lost like 20, 30 pounds and now they're just more like the beauty standard. And people in the comments, oh, you looked better before. Oh, it's so toxic. You're setting a bad, stereotype for women. It's like, Jesus Christ, like just because they wanted to do something for themselves because they didn't like where they were before and now they feel better about themselves. And I think you can see this a lot with, I don't know if you have like friends this way, or like, I just see a lot of these things like on the internet, different girls or whatever, who, look, they're clearly overweight, they may not be taking care of themselves, their appearance, and then they get on there and they're like, oh, I'm miserable, I can't get a date, I can't do this, I can't do that. And I only say it because they're talking about it. Like, I would never give unsolicited advice to anyone. I don't care, what you look like. But if you're gonna like come to me and say like, I'm miserable, I can't get a date, I can't do these things, and then you're not doing anything with your life, you're not doing anything with your appearance, you hate being fat, but yet you're not doing anything to change it. It's like I'm just supposed to sit there and say, no, you're beautiful, and beauty's from the inside out, and people just have to love you for who you are. And while all those are great sentiments, I think that they actually just really don't help the person. What is wrong with wanting to better yourself? I mean, sometimes the current version of yourself is not your best version of yourself. And shouldn't we all be striving to be our best version of ourselves? Like, again, I feel like guys can get on there and say like, dude, you know what? You want a girlfriend? Well, you look like a fat slob. Get in the gym, right? Okay. Oh, well, you want to take a girl on a date? Well, you need money, so get a fucking job, right? But again, you can't say that to girls. It's like the total opposite, right? It's almost like gaslighting other girls into believing they're okay as they are. Look, I think everyone at their core, yes, you are perfect as you are, but again, if you're not happy with yourself, like, then why shouldn't you change yourself? Why shouldn't you want to be better? And I'm not saying we need to like be mean to our friends and like, call them out for like eating a donut every time they eat a donut, or like, that's not at all what I'm saying. Because I know some people are gonna, infer in the comments that I am saying that, but I'm just so tired of people, gaslighting me. Again, like I've heard it before. If I'm either complaining about like my weight, or if I'm just not even complaining, sometimes just like, oh, like I don't know, I don't want to eat that because I'm trying to get to this goal or whatever. And people are like, oh no, but you look perfect the way you are. And why do you want to do that? It's like, because I do. Like, and again, if you are that girl and you're sitting there and you're like, look, I can't get a date. I, can't get this job promotion. I'm not happy with myself. I want more friends. But again, you don't take care of yourself. You stay in your apartment all day, like, binging on your snacks and watching TV. It's like, what do you want me to say? That no, you shouldn't change. No, I think it's perfectly fine. No, the reason that you can't get a date or you can't do all these things is not because, you know, of the way you look. It's not because you're super insecure. It's just not true. And I think that's doing more of a disservice to you, yourself. But again, I only say this to people who want to change and who are not happy with how they look and where their life is at. I'm not saying that people who are not beautiful never get dates or are not, you know, perfectly happy in their lives. They definitely are, and that's great. There are some people who they do not care about what they look like, and that doesn't affect their life at all. And that's why it doesn't affect their life, right? Because they don't care. But then there are people, I mean, like me, probably like you too, if you're watching this, where, you know what, how you look does affect your life. So it's either, you know, you learn to accept how you look as you are right now, everything you are right now, and be happy with it, okay, which is fine too. Or if you can't accept it, like I couldn't accept being 160 pounds, even though some people would have been like, oh no, you're just a curvy girl, you're just a bigger girl, love yourself. I couldn't accept it. I was not happy. And when I'm not happy with myself, then the rest of my life follows suit. You know, it's like a domino effect of other bad things happening. I was not happy with it, so I changed it. And with that change, I mean, again, like I said, everything improves your confidence, your discipline, and it goes into other areas of your life. So if you clicked on this video because you're looking for some motivation, then here it is. You're not perfect as you are. Go to the gym, do something with your hair, change your life. Change your life. If you are not happy with yourself, then do something about it. Why waste any more time? I felt like I wasted like 10 years, okay? Like now's the time to do it. Stop complaining about your thunder thighs. Stop complaining about, you know, your underarm swing, and just get in the gym. Lift some weights. Do something about it. If you don't like it, then why are you still here? Why are you still doing the same things? Your life is not going to improve until you do something about it, okay? Your life improves when you take action. So take action. Anyhow, guys, that's all I have for you today. I hope you like this little pep talk. Hopefully it motivates you to get up and do something. I don't know if you're stuck in a rut right now and you're looking for some inspiration. So I hope this finds you well. And if you like this video and you are tired of the body positivity bullshit talk and need some tough love to really change your life, then subscribe to my channel so you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.